So today we're talking about emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Maybe we can start by defining, maybe even in layman's language, what emotional intelligence is all about.
Okay. Emotional intelligence is about you being able to handle yourself, to understand who you are, understand your emotions, manage your emotions, and then be able to perceive other people's emotions, and then be able to connect with them.
So perceive and then connect.
Yes.
Those are the major words I think I should get from there.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think that emotional intelligence ni kukuwa, is it same as kukuwa mjanja? Maybe in Kiswahili, is it the same as kukuwa? No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Actually, for us to be able, because you see, many times when you talk about emotional intelligence, we have approached it from a very intellectual perspective, and it makes it very difficult for people to understand exactly what we're talking about. For purposes of understanding, I want us to break it down and say that we are made of spirit, soul, and body.
True.
All of us. Yeah. So, when your soul is the one that has the intellect, the emotion, and the will.
The soul.
The soul.
Is the one that has the intellect.
The intellect, the emotion, and the will. But your emotion, being here in the center, affects your body, affects your spirit, and affects your emotions,
Right.
affects your will, and will affect your intellect. You understand it?
Yeah, I already know what emotional intelligence is, but the way you're explaining it, I'm like, where? I should have come with a notebook.
No. But you see, if you don't understand it that way, because most of the time when you talk about emotional intelligence, it's about you doing things and not doing things. It sounds so, it's head knowledge.
Okay.
But if you approach it this way, then you understand the place of the emotions and how then the emotions play out for you to then to have emotional intelligence.
Okay.
You understand, eh?
I understand.
So then, once you understand spirit, soul, and body, and you understand where the emotions lie, then now you'll understand the state of your emotions. Whether you are carrying pain, whether you're carrying hurt, disappointment, joy, peace, whatever, will affect your intellect, will affect your will, will affect your spirit, and will affect your body.
Okay, you've mentioned, going through pain, going through, heartbreak and all that.
Yes.
So how do we, maybe let's talk about applications of emotional intelligence in a relationship.
Yes.
Whether it is present or absent, where is it applied?
First, let's start by saying the reason why actually most relationships struggle is not that necessarily people are wrong. It is because I'm carrying hurt and pain from wherever that I haven't dealt with. So because I'm carrying hurt and pain, what then happens at the first level, remember that the intellect is affected. So my sense of identity, what I think of myself has already been taken out.
Yes.
So because it has been taken out, movie, by the time I'm meeting you, what then happens is that I'm already coming to you from a place of low self-esteem. It gives you a lot of work to start affirming me and bring me up to speed.
Mimi sina your time.
I see.
Yeah.
So it
Mimi nitaishia. Your time ndio sina.
Yes. So you see, then now it's important for us to talk about emotional intelligence from the standpoint of its practicality, rather than you being able to just tell people, you have to know how to manage yourself. You have to, where does it start? It starts from the point of you healing. Once you are able to introspect, look at your life, which is maybe the part that many people are very either lazy about or fearful about, and that's why coaches are available.
Yeah.
So once you're able to introspect and heal, what then happens is that because you're able to heal, I'm talking about dealing with the spirit. Now, remember that the spirit, for a spiritual person, will say the spirit hears the voice of God. For a person who is not necessarily spiritual, that is the place of the sixth sense and the instinct.
Well, unasemanga something inside me told
something
me.
Inside.
Nilikuwa ninafeel tu kitu haiko sawa.
Yes, yes. And that part is very important, movie. Even for what you do, it is your instincts that will make you rise above the rest. It is not your book knowledge.
Is that why Polycarp Igathy is getting jobs left, right, and center?
Yeah, there's honestly, and that's true, because there's something about him that rises above book knowledge. The guy is just probably able to network better. The guy is able to deliver. Why is he able to deliver? There is just a sixth sense. Think about this guy, Jose Mourinho. Now that you are talking football,
yes.
Is he able to rise up? Even if he comes down, he's able to rise up again. Why? He's just able to tap into a different realm. That is what even the footballers, not as everyone is watching football.
Yeah.
That is what footballers are able to do. There is someone who is just able to tap into their instinct and know what to do and move there.
Okay. In a relationship,
Yes.
when someone hasn't tapped into their emotional intelligence, first
Yes.
of all, is everyone capable of having emotional intelligence?
Oh, yes.
Because like when we talk about someone being book smart, not everyone is book smart.
Yes.
Because of whatever reasons.
Yes.
But with emotional intelligence, is it something that anyone can acquire? Is it something I can wake up in the morning and have?
That's a beautiful question. You just brought it home so well. Do you know when you have emotional intelligence, you can actually rise above someone who has book intelligence? Why? Because everything that we do rises and falls on your ability to connect with people. Everything now that we are talking about instinct and sixth sense rides upon you being able to tap into the sixth sense, be able to interpret it correctly, intellect. Have drive, emotion, and connect with people. Now, are you seeing now why it looks like some people who don't seem to have book knowledge are actually able to rise up? It's by the reason of emotional intelligence. The only reason is, how do you explain it to people so that they know that they can tap into it?
All right. So it is something in a relationship that, regardless of your background, that you can acquire. So the same way you acquire book smartness, I don't know why we're calling it that, but let's just call it that. The same way you can acquire, being book smart by going to school, high school, then university, then, how then do you acquire ingine? Do you acquire it through experience? Do you acquire it by going to church? Do you acquire it by being in multiple relationships? Me, I have grown a thick skin, and that is why I know how to deal with situations, because I have seen it all. How does one acquire it?
Thank you. Thanks that you're talking about, now that we're here to talk about relationships.
Yes.
Now, when you have emotional intelligence, remember that it comes by the reason of healing. Because you have healed, one thing that happens is that you're able to tap, one, into your sixth sense. Two, you're able to know your true sense of identity. That then affects the choice of partner. So you stop going on date after date after date. Because the reason why people go on date after date after date is because they don't even know what they're looking for. And it actually rises up from the fact that you don't know yourself in the first place. So if you have
maybe they're like me, I can't handle, them when you, like ule dem ulikuwa describe earlier on ako broken, maybe sini your time
sasa bado nakamapo nakamapo tu saying ngoja nakam.
Sorry.
So ukiwa na sixth sense iko poa, sixth sense inakuguide. So unakutana na chali hata by the way ukunywa coffee mbili, tatu, you don't stop constipating on cups of coffee, because after the first second date you already realize this thing is not going anywhere.
Yes.
Unaachana nayo quick plus fast.
Yes.
Then at the intellectual level, because you are sound, you are able to make sound judgments. That then begins to eliminate some people who shouldn't be in your life in the first place. Now, we're talking about the place of connecting with another person.
Right.
By the reason of emotional intelligence, first, you have capacity to be able to connect with another person. And then, because of that emotional intelligence, what that helps you is that you're able to see things. Remember, perceiving the other person's emotions. You're able to see things even through the eyes of your partner. Why? Granted, all of us have a degree of brokenness. When you're emotionally intelligent, you will be able, first and foremost, to not only understand yourself, but it gives you the grace and the capacity to be able to understand other people. Now, it kind of eliminates breaking up, because the problem might not be necessarily the other person. Okay, fine, they have a problem.
Yes.
But then you have grace to either see their perspective, see their brokenness, because you have taken your own journey, and then that helps you to extend grace. Actually, think about it. That is how relationships, even friendships, are able to survive. Not because people are perfect, but because you have developed capacity to not only see yourself correctly, but also to see other people correctly. And then, by the reason of emotional intelligence, you're able to kind of let go of certain mistakes. You realize that you reduce your expectations, your expectations become realistic.